What's up, knife people? Back again with another knife video. Today I wanted to touch a little bit on this knife here. Knife my friend let me borrow just to kind of give it my first impressions. Obviously you guys know what it is. It's a HINDERER. I believe it's an XM24 with the Spanto blade. And so I just wanted to kind of give you my quick little rundown of my first impressions on this HINDERER. I know there's smaller versions, other versions, even new generations of this, brand, so I can't really speak on all of them, so I'll just kind of give my opinions on this one in particular. So he said the action was a bit weak. He says an earlier version with a sterile blade, 4-inch Spanto. Obviously you can tell it's a huge knife. Can't even barely fit it on camera, so I'm trying to give you the best possible look on it. And you got open barrel. I mean, this thing's built like a tank. And I like all the hardware, all the accessories you can get for them. So again, he said this is a pretty hard to come by blade with no logos on it. Got a couple other knives here I'm gonna go ahead and compare. You guys have a quick look. I don't have the weight on it, but I mean it weighs a lot. I'm guessing it's a good 5 ounces plus. Sorry, I got a little gash on my finger there. This is actually cardboard, it wasn't a knife, so anyways, watch out for those cardboard cuts. So anyways, let's get to it. I'll compare it to this one since I got it right on hand. This is the recently got ProTech SNG, so that's still dwarfed by it. I got one of my biggest knives, my Spyderco, I think it's Resilience, and that's right about the same size, close to a 9-inch knife. So this is probably the closest thing I got, and this one I really only use it for like camping purposes. So that's that. And so right offhand, I mean, it seems a little overbuilt to me, but nevertheless, people, I've never used a knife that's needed this much heft. I'm not sure what people use HINDERERs for, maybe besides cops or military, but this knife is to me just too heavy to carry. Maybe the smaller versions are a little easier to carry, but this knife in particular is really, really, really heavy. So I'll give you a couple more size comparisons here. I got the Paramilitary 2, of course, in the Blade HQ exclusive. Delica, Endura 4. So this is, about the same cutting length, or if not more, and literally half the handle. I have this titanium knife, factor equipment, again, cutting length, choils, and probably get the same amount of work done. So I know people like collecting these, but you know, I'm just not sure what you would use it for. And I use knives a lot. I'm in the landscaping business, so I've cut everything from trees to plants, and you know, unless you're in construction, maybe heavy construction. This is a Shaman Spyderco. Again, still smaller cutting length. I'm not saying I've done every job out there, but yeah, it's a big knife. I think it's more of a collector piece, like some of these that I keep hearing don't use. Again, this is a Benchmade Freak, and this has about the same cutting length. Even the design's a bit similar, the shape. And then again, but look at the handle size. You're giving up 1.5 inches in handle over here. So all things I would consider when buying a knife. Probably the main reason why I haven't looked into hinderers too much, but I think once you need a blade that big, you can always just go to a working knife like this, more fixed blade, and you know, kind of get the same job done. I do like the design of it. I recently acquired this one, which also has about the same kind of build quality, where you got a lot of excess handle and you literally got that much cutting length, or you know, that much cutting. So a lot of handle, a lot of excess stuff here, but I mean, when you go to grip them, it's you know, very comfortable. So I mean, you're kind of giving up comfort. But this is also very light compared to this one, so unless this is really a collector piece, which I think it is for him, I would be hard pressed to try to take this to work or use it. Besides, it's too big for me to carry. So but right offhand, I mean, I like the designs. This one in particular is just too heavy. I like the no logos on the blade. That part's cool. All in all, I can see why people like them. One other thing I didn't like too much that I thought was a bit is this pocket boner, really, not even a pecker. So you know, that's something to think about. But I think maybe new generations are probably a little smaller. You know, I haven't looked into them too much, but eventually I will. You know, I'm headed there. Finally on the Strider tip right now, so I'm going ahead and inching my way forward to more expensive knives. So, which is probably not a good thing, but nevertheless, I mean, you get quality like this. You can just see it. Stonewashing, the hardware, anodizing, jimping. You know, I can see why people fall in love with these kinds of knives. So, same reason I like what I got, you know, quality stuff. You know, you kind of pay what you get. You know, you get what you pay for. So, I'll stop rambling. Steve, thanks for letting me check this out. I like it. But again, probably have to go for a little lower ounce type blade. Probably the XM18 or one of the maybe smaller versions. So that's my first impressions on the Hinderer. And yeah, I mean, not much more I can really say, but I do like it. And you know how this goes. If you guys like these knives, thumb it up, and I will catch you on the flip side. Thanks for watching.